Welcome to Listen.Think.Leap, the creative movement podcast where all you need is yourself, your imagination, and a bit of space. I'm your host and dance movement teaching artist, Miss Teresa. In today's episode, we're going to learn a new warm-up, explore the dance element weight and the verb bolt, play a heavy and light game, and then create a dance. So, go ahead, put your screens down, turn your volume up, get ready to dance because it's Listen, Think, Leap. Now, before we get started, here's an important message for the grown-ups. By dancing along at home, you understand that the activities in this podcast carry a risk of injury, and if someone gets hurt or something gets damaged while participating, you will not hold Listen, Think, Leap liable. So double check to make sure any and all sharp corners, objects, slick spots, pets, and people are safely outside your dancing space. If you have to move something to make room to dance, make sure to ask a grown-up if it's okay first. If you need to adjust your dancing space, pause the podcast now. Ready? Here we go. We're going to get moving and warm up our muscles and mind. I want you to stand or sit and follow along to our warm-up, lions and lemons. Without making a sound, open your mouth wide as if you were a lion roaring silently. Now make your mouth tiny and scrunched as if you just built into a very sour lemon. Try that again. Make a huge lion face. Everything stretching, eyes wide. And tiny sour lemon face. Eyes are squinting too. Good. One more time. Big lion face. Stretched. And lemon face, tiny and scrunched. Good. Now let's try lion and lemon with other parts of our body. Ready? We're going to do our hands first. Here we go. Lion hands, fingers wide, palms flat. And lemon hands balled up in a fist, tight and squeezing. And again, lion hands open, spreading out your palm, and lemon hands closed. Good. And lion hands open, and lemon hands closed. Now we're going to do our arms. We're going to have lion arms stretched and reaching far to the side. Elbows are nice and straight. Good. And lemon arms, elbows come in. They're bent and glued to your side. Let's do that one again. Lion arms reaching out, straight as can be to the side. Then lemon arms in, close to your body. Now let's do our legs. Spread your legs far apart. They're straight and you're standing tall. Now bring your feet together and bend your knees so you're crouched down in a tiny, small, short ball. Good. And lion legs far apart. Wide feet, standing tall. Now lemon legs, feet together, knees bent, crouched down, get really low. Now we're going to try those all together. First, let's do our lions. So we have our face stretched wide in a silent roar. Fingers and palms are flat. Arms are reaching out to the side nice and straight, and legs are straight, feet far apart. Good. Then we do lemons with our entire body with our face scrunched. Hands in a fist. Arms and elbows bent to the sides and feet together, crouching down in a little ball. Wonderful. Let's try that again. Whole body lion. Everything big and stretched. Our face, our hands, our arms, our legs. And lemon. Body is tiny. Face is scrunched. Good. One last time. Whole body, big lion. Really stretch. Reach. Nice. And whole body lemon. Everything is tiny. Elbows are in. Face is scrunched. Good. And relax. Wonderful job. Let's go ahead and check out this episode's vibrant verb. Vibrant verbs are energetic and fun action words. Today's verb is bolt. Bolt means to move or run away suddenly, like a dog chasing a squirrel or running as fast as you can to get to the playground at recess. Go ahead and find a spot on one side of your space and stand as still as a statue. Are you there? Good job. Don't move a muscle. Now, I'm going to count to 3, and once I get to 3, I want you to run as quickly as you can to the other side of your space. Remember, you have to be strong enough to stop before crashing into somebody or something else outside your dancing space. Ready to try it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and bolt. Run fast across the room. Good job. We're going to try that again, except this time, instead of running as fast as you can, I want you to tiptoe. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, bolt. You're tiptoeing so fast to the other side of the room. Are you there? Good job. Now this time, instead of running or tiptoeing, I want you to gallop. 1, 2, 3, bolt. Gallop 1 foot chasing the other. Keep moving until you reach the other side, then freeze. Nice. Last time, we're going to try leaps. 1, 2, 3, and go, bolt. Huge leaps. Cover a lot of space. Did you make it? Great job exploring today's vibrant verb bolt. Let's go ahead and check out our dance dictionary for today. Our dance dictionary tells us about elements we can use to make our dancing more dynamic, creative, and fun. Today we're going to be exploring weight. Now, weight in creative movement has nothing to do with how much someone or something weighs, but whether a movement has a heavy or light quality. Let's go ahead and try adding the element weight to our arm movements. Imagine your hands and arms suddenly turn into heavy stone. They drop all the way to the ground. They are so heavy, you can't even pick them up off the floor. Go ahead and try. Even if you barely manage to lift one hand, it immediately pulls it back down. The only way to move your hands and arms is to keep them connected to the floor. I want you to go ahead and try that. Good. You may manage to move your arm, but it is slow, and every movement takes effort and a lot of strength. You have to stay connected to the floor. They're so heavy. Your arms sweep, drag. They shuffle slowly across the floor. Really nice exploration. Now, I want you to imagine that your arms suddenly become lighter than air, like they're helium balloons floating on a string. Your hands are now so light they float up to the sky above your head, reaching, being pulled upward nice and light. Your arms sway. They can swoop but always come back up. They can spiral and twist. You try to put your arms down by your side, but they just gently float back up to the air again. Good job. Arms heavy like stone or light like a balloon. All our dancing has some element of weight to it, and that can change the quality and meaning of dances as well. Weight is a really interesting and important dance element. It's time for a dance game. For today's game, we are going to pretend we have an invisible ball. It's going to be about the size of a basketball, so I want you to go ahead and pick up your invisible basketball. Go ahead and hold it with your hands, nice and round and solid. Imagine it's really there. Are you holding it? Good. I want you to go ahead and give it a color too. Mine is orange and has those little bumps on it for good grip, so it's got a little bit of texture. Go ahead and dribble it a couple of times to see how bouncy it is. Good. Go ahead and give it a spin on one finger and try and pass it back and forth. Good. All right, so we're going to use this ball the entire dance game. I'm going to play some music. If you hear this music, your ball is going to get lighter. It might bounce higher or become so light it will try to float away. Got that one? Now, if you hear this music, the ball is going to get much heavier. It might be hard to carry, and you might have to roll it instead of bouncing that basketball. Got it? Let's give it a try. Go ahead and stand or sit tall. Remember, this music is your ball being very light. Good, you can bounce it so high that maybe you can do a twirl before you catch it. You can toss it easily from one hand to the other, almost like you're juggling it back and forth. Try skipping holding your ball, keeping that nice round shape. You can reach it up to the sky, you can swoop it down low, you can make circles. You could do squares, triangles, swoops, squiggles. Now all of a sudden, your ball is very heavy. It drops to the floor. It's really hard to pick up. Get low, try and push it so it can roll. Arms and legs are nice and heavy and bent. Pick it up, carry it slowly, big elephant steps. And now the ball is light again. You can toss it easily in the air. You might have to jump super high so you can catch it so it doesn't float away. You can dance freely holding that ball. You can toss it from one hand to the other. Swooping, galloping, leaping. Dribble it a few times, fast, and maybe slow. Be creative. Still holding that ball, but dancing however you want to. Nice and light. Now the ball is heavy again. Try passing it from one hand to the other. Your whole body has to move side to side as you catch this giant, heavy ball. Rolling it fast across the floor and running to catch up, and then trying to pick it up and turning slowly. Good, try that again. Roll the ball and try and run or gallop or skip to catch up with it. Good job. Now try carrying the ball across the room. Your shoulders have to move as you take big steps. Throw it high up in the air and then catch it as it falls to the floor. Good, do that one more time. Throw it up in the air and catch again. Again, be creative. Explore this heavy, weighted movement. And relax. That was some really good, excellent creative dancing and a good job using your imagination. Well, last but not least, let's make a dance. Today, we're going to use our vibrant verb bolt and dance dictionary element wait to make a freeze and bolt dance. Begin on the edge of your space. I'll give you a second to get there. Are you standing there? Good job. Now, for this dance, we're always going to travel or dance our way towards the center of the space. If you're dancing with more than one person, make sure you share that center space. Pretend it's a circle. So everybody has a spot in the circle, but not touching. First, we're going to dance light, airy, floating on clouds steps, like you're jumping on a trampoline or leaping on the moon, all the way to the center of your space. Once you get there, freeze, pause, then run as fast as you can back to your edge of your space, making sure to stop before you crash into anything. Good. Now this time we're going to tiptoe very carefully to the middle of that space. Adding your own light, airy arms as well. Get to the middle and freeze, pause, and run away to the side again. Good, now we're gonna drag our feet back to the center of the space. They're heavy. Arms are dragging on the floor, so your back is hunched. Good, freeze, pause and run away. Then leap and bounce fast back to the middle of your space. And freeze and hold it, and that'll be the end of our dance. So that's our sequence. We're gonna try it one more time, all together, a little bit faster. So go ahead and find your spot on the edge of the space. Get ready to move. Ready? Here we go. Dance, light and airy, bounding, bouncing to the center of your space. Freeze, hold, then run to the edge of your space. Good, now tiny tiptoes to the middle. Arms are swaying, they're flapping, they're circling, they're floating. Freeze in the middle. Pause, now run away to the edge again. Good, now this time drag your feet. Back is rounded and heavy. Get to the center, then run away. Now give me a big leap. Back to the middle, freeze, hold your pose. And relax. Excellent job. Now, I have a challenge for you. I want you to see if you can remember this dance sequence by yourself when you're not listening to the podcast. Maybe later in the day or sometime later in this week, put on some music, whatever music you like to listen to, and try this dance again. Notice how a different song might change how you dance, and also how well you remember this sequence. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. But before we go, let's cool down. I want you to start off by dancing slowly, matching this quiet, peaceful music, but still coming up with your own movement. And now pause and reach both arms way up high as you take a big breath in and hold it. Really stretch and reach. Then breathe out. Relax and let your arms gently float down to your sides. Let's do that again. But this time, make your movements a little smaller and a little slower. You should be moving nice and slow. Now stop. Take a deep breath in. Reach to the right. Really stretching arms straight. Exhale your breath out and let your arms relax down as your spine straightens back up. This last time, I want you to make your movements really tiny. So small you could barely see them if you were looking in a mirror. Careful, smooth and slow, but small. Good. And stop. Reach far to the left. Arms and fingers straight. Inhale a big breath. And then let all the air to your lungs and relax. Slowly sit down in a chair on the floor. Go ahead and breathe in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And find your stillness and relax. Today's episode was produced and edited by Teresa Simpson. This episode featured music by Lance Conrad, Vladimir Podumnik, Neil Cross, Diego Martinez, Jonathan Moldegor, and Christina Nemo, with theme song by Sandra Kalmashir. For the latest Listen.Think.Leap news, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. If you enjoyed dancing with me today, share this podcast with a friend. As always, thanks for moving with me. Till next time, remember to put down your screens, get on your feet, and keep dancing, kids.